Hi, One Best PR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the main card of UFC 191. We are talking with two returning guests. Both come to us from MMAOddsBreaker.com, Nick Kalikas and Brad Taschuk. All right, Jimi Manuwa and Anthony Johnson. Johnson, massive favorite here, minus 550. Manuwa's plus 425, and Johnson, of course, coming off of the title shot loss. And a lot of times, whenever I see situations like these, I'm always kind of looking to bet against in some way the guy coming off of the title shot loss. You know, Manuwa obviously should be an underdog here, but this is a big line, right? Plus 425 you're getting right now at 5 dimes, and I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Manuwa's not quite getting enough respect here. Brad Taschuk, would you disagree with that?
I would. I've never been too high on Jimi Manuwa. He's a guy that fought a lot of subpar competition on the regional circuits, and basically he's just a guy that hits hard. So, you know, when you've got a guy that hits hard against a guy who's a better striker, and I would say hits even harder, I would side with the guy that's the better striker and hits harder, and that's Anthony Johnson in this spot. So even though it is a high number, I still think Anthony Johnson's going to come in there, pull it off, and his problem is that guys can make him quit, and Jimi Manuwa isn't the type of fighter that's got the cardio or the style to make him quit.
Yeah, I mean, he won 9 fights in a row before the loss in the title bout. You don't think that affects him mentally or psychologically in any way?
I don't think so, because he's been in big spots. You know, he co-main evented down in Brazil in that fight against Vitor, where he missed weight really badly, lost that one, and then left the UFC, went on a huge streak, and, you know, got himself up to the number 2, number 3 light heavyweight in the world. So I don't think that's going to be a struggle for him. I think he's got the confidence there. He just ran into a guy that he couldn't put away in Daniel Cormier, who has an iron chin and, you know, great cardio, and that's a terrible matchup for him.
Nick Kalikas, feels like that the public's going to jump all over Johnson here. The line has been climbing a little bit. Where'd you open it?
Minus 600 plus 400.
Oh, okay.
So, again, margins kind of tighten up a little bit. I mean, the thing is, you have to open high these days for Anthony Johnson, no doubt about it, because outside of John Jones, Daniel Cormier, he's right there, and he deservingly so. I mean, he had Daniel Cormier in all sorts of trouble as well. I mean, let's not forget that early on. Now, of course, Cormier survived it, because I don't know how the heck he did, to be honest with you. That guy has an iron chin. But that being said, a lot of people won't take that. There's no way. I mean, including Manuwa. And I know Manuwa offensively is definitely talented. He's got a lot of power himself. So he's going to be dangerous. So the line might be a tad high, but the public hype coming into the equation for sure. And as Brad pointed out, I mean, honestly, Anthony Johnson throughout his career has faced better competition. And let's not forget one wild card factor either is wrestling. Anthony Johnson is the better wrestler. He's really been working on that, obviously, as well. And he's able to get, I think, as the fight progresses, if it does last, I mean, obviously, most of us are expecting somebody to get knocked out probably early in this fight. But if it does tend to go on a little bit, both these guys do have cardio issues, obviously. And I think, but Anthony Johnson is the better wrestler. He might be able to get a takedown or two. And then once he's on top, dropping some punishment, it's not a good thing either. So really, it's Anthony Johnson's fight to win or lose. Right. If his chin holds up and he doesn't get clipped with anything crazy, he's going to win the fight. And chances are he ends up winning by knockout.
Brad Taschuk, you seems like you agree that it's Johnson's fight to win or lose. If he wins it, how do you think it happens? Early, or do you think there's any way that this one goes a distance?
It would be very surprising if it went the distance, just given how these two guys fight. So I think he wins it early, but as Nick said, he does have the wrestling advantage here. We saw that Alexander Gustafsson was able to take Manuwa down without too much of a struggle and you know, keep top position for basically an entire round. So, you know, if that happens for Johnson, I think that if he gets tired and needs to wrestle, he can, but I think it's probably going to be over before it gets to that point.
All right, so for people looking to back Johnson but not wanting to lay 550, is there a prop that you think might be an even better bet?
You could say Johnson in round 1, but even that's even money, and that I hate to lay that sort of price on anyone not named Ronda Rousey for a round 1 prop.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pass for me as well. Thanks, guys.